All right, here we go. Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Dave with Nomadic e-biking adventures. And today is Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. And once again, we are in Nazareth, Texas. Temperatures in the mid-60s. It's been cool all morning till the sun just broke out. And it just went up 10 degrees, and I think we're heading up to a high of 80 degrees today. Winds are light, 6 miles an hour out of the east, I believe. And we are once again going to be traveling on the dirt roads here in Nazareth, Texas. And Nazareth is located a little bit southwest of Amarillo, out in the boonies. My closest neighbor right now is 1 mile away, and we'll be on the dirt roads, and the only thing we got to look out for on the roads here are other farmers going to the market, maybe a piece of farm machinery, but it should be a very peaceful ride for the next 20 miles. And here's where they're going to have the rodeo this weekend, the 6th and 7th. Just had a rancher drop off a couple more horses at the place I'm staying at. I saw they were testing the lights on last night. I saw that from the house. Most of the activities are supposed to be in the afternoon or early evening. I don't think there's an admission charge. There's some pretty good prize money. Now this is the only busy road that we got to cross, Highway 86. We're going to go due south for a few miles, and then we'll head to the west. the county grass cutting crew went by earlier today, and it looks like they're heading down this way. Well, they might have gone down that way, I think. I see some dust torn up. Now we're going to keep on going south. We came yesterday from the right down this road, but we're going to head this further south today and then head west. Now, one thing I got to watch out is if they've cut the grass here, there might see some thorns and stuff that they might have shot out onto the road. And those can be bad for your tire. Yeah, I was feeding the livestock this morning. I was really surprised it was only in the low 50s. And I had a brief shower go through the area. I said, oh man, I didn't remember that it was going to be so cold. But as soon as that sun breaks out, you can feel the warmth almost immediately. A lot of pivots out here watering the crops. You'll see that if you look on Google Maps where I'm located at. It looks like just a bunch of circles, green circles. Kind of liking all these dirt roads. I mean, they're really in nice shape. They're not all chewed up. No washboards. Now if we got a soaker or a rainstorm, that would be a completely different ball game. As it stands right now, this is really nice. I like these back roads because you can basically go at your own pace. Don't have to worry about traffic for the most part. It's very rare that you'll run across anybody. The only problem we had yesterday with where we were going was that we had gone down one road and it was flooded and it couldn't make it across, so we had to turn around and go back. The other thing I gotta watch out for is these dogs that are loose. The wind is much better today. Yesterday we were a constant 15 to 25 miles an hour from the northwest. And that wind direction has swung all the way around to the east today. And I think in the next couple days it's supposed to swing back around to the southwest, which would be the warmer direction, and it's supposed to be a little bit warmer also. There's our first vehicle that we ran into on the way here. Atmos, it's the gas utility. Again, the feels like temperature is less than the actual temperature. It's what they say is a drier heat out here. So when it gets really hot, let's say if the actual temperature is 100, it feels like it's only going to be in the mid-90s because you don't feel it, which can be kind of bad, because you don't feel like you're hot, but you actually are. Being as an old lineman, I'm kind of always still looking at the power lines, and I see that the transmission line on here has all shiny new wire. So they must have just either reconductored this one. I don't think it's brand new or anything, but it is all new wire though. Thing I'm going to have to watch out for is these farmhouses here. There's usually a dog, and they might freak out with somebody going by their house. Well, it doesn't seem like any dogs here. More windmills out this way. You're not turning today. They can turn when it's only 5 miles an hour. Alright, so I See another vehicle coming, and it's got to be at least a mile away yet. But we're going to be turning on the next road, it looks like, to the right. Now, the only thing with an east wind, we're going to get socked with all this dust. Most of these vehicles are used to running right in the middle of the road, so we're going to kind of veer off to the side of the road. I bet you most of these people have not seen an e-bike out here. So they're kind of looking at me funny when they go by. Alright, so it should be this road here that we're coming up on. You see the tire tracks. Looks like the mailman has come by already. .6 miles so far in 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Nothing as far as the eye can see of interest. Now watch these uncontrolled intersections here. like they're doing some well drilling out there. Look at all the cows looking. that's... Nope, that's not the one. That's just a road going to the farmhouse. Next one. Yeah, this should be our road we're turning on. I'm just going to stop for a quick drink. Nobody around. I could keep on going, but it runs into another highway. And we're gonna just try to stay on the dirt roads. Bring us back into Highway 86 again. Another 5 miles this way. Bales of hay.
Want to travel the country without paying for hotels or rent? House sitting lets you stay in beautiful homes for free while caring for pets. I'm currently staying in a Victorian house built in 1885 in Chicago, Illinois for free, and I'll show you exactly how to get started. My free house sitting starter guide walks you through setting up your profile, landing your first house sit, and unlocking a life of travel on a budget. Link is in the description or scan the QR code now. Grab your free copy now and start house sitting today.
Turn here. Oh, look at this, another person on a golf cart. Another golf cart. Another golf cart. Golf carts all over the place. Past the fire station. Let's see if we have to slam on the brakes. Yep. But he's not even turning. Not even signaled to turn. guess everybody's taking their golf cart to go wherever in town. I suppose it's cheaper. Police station and the post office. Well, we're gonna head out of town and take the back roads back. 16.1, 1 hour on the seat. now they're all laying down. There's all the horses. The doggies must be sleeping. Well, let's go in there and show you some of the cattle. Yeah, they're all sleeping. How much milk did they drink? Filled it up to the 30 mark. And right now it's at 15. So they drank half of it. Come around 5 o'clock, I'm gonna have to replenish it. And they're all laying down in the grass, taking their siestas this afternoon. Let's go see the 2 new horses that came in. Well, where'd you guys come from? Come here. You're gonna be standoffish, huh? Have you met your neighbors? Hmm? It's me, Ollie. Hi, Ollie. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this go around. Appreciate you coming along for the ride today, and until next time, adios.